There we go.
Comfy?
All right. Do you want to kick it off for me?
Just starting off with that. Welcome back to that podcast.
Yeah.
But it's our first episode. We can't say welcome back because
True.
they've never been.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Welcome to.
Yeah, welcome to that podcast. Yeah.
All right. Welcome.
Bust it.
Should I say welcome to the first episode, or should I just say welcome, just like straight into it?
Get straight into it.
Welcome to that podcast. I'm legally obligated to inform you that I am a sexual predator.
And I'm not. I love it. How are we kicking this off, Daniel?
Well, we can start out by saying this podcast, that podcast, has been in the making for, what would you say, 11 years?
Has it?
I would say 11 years, so we met 11 years ago.
Oh, that's fair.
Today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually. It was like 11 years ago, December or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I have no idea.
And we've talked about making this podcast, that podcast, for definitely a couple years now. Like every single, I think, teenage to early 20-year-old guy has ever done with one of their best friends. And then, like, we should sit down and make a podcast.
We're so original.
So original. So that's kind of where it began, was 11 years ago.
Very romantic.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
We met, I thought.
I swept you off your feet.
And I was only 12 years old. At the time.
At the time, yeah. So, with this being our first episode, we have no idea how to orchestrate this or organize it. We have a couple of ideas of segments and things to do.
They don't even know who we are.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Keller.
This is that podcast.
All right, so something funny happened to me today that I wanted to talk about. It's nothing that crazy, but it's like one of those slightly embarrassing stories that makes you think, oh, maybe I am one of those autistic people. You ever have those moments?
I do. One of them being the pizza rolls are almost ready. And my timer just went off. So,
pizza roll break.
Hold, I'm going to grab the pizza rolls real quick. All right. We're good.
All right. Can I tell what I wanted to say now?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so today, one of my coworkers complimented me.
Okay.
Well, first of all, they pulled out the classic joke, because I was looking for a receptionist, and he walks out, and I'm like, you know where a receptionist is? And he's like, no. He's like, have you seen the receptionist that hides from gay people? And I immediately knew what he's doing, and I look at him like, no, I haven't. And he's like, wrong month to say that joke. I thought that was hilarious. And then, as he's walking off, he's like, you're looking pretty buff, man. And I'm like, I do horrible at taking compliments. So I'm like, oh, thanks. And he's a pretty fit guy. Like, he just ran a marathon. He's jacked. He's smaller. Like, he's a smaller guy, but he's pretty fit. And so, coming from him, that meant a lot to me. So I was like, thanks, man. You know, that means a lot coming from you. And I'm saying this, and I'm stumbling over my words, and I'm following him as he's going back to his office. And I'm like, you're very physically inclined. And he just, like, looks at me. I'm like, anyways, see ya.
You're like, maybe this is the month for that joke.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe I am gay. No. And so that was one of those embarrassing, like, who says physically inclined?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Anyways, That's my embarrassing story of the day. Well, you got any funny stories that happened this week?
We went to Tulsa over the weekend.
Oh yeah. How was that?
It was good.
What were you in Tulsa for?
Just for fun. We just wanted a weekend getaway.
Babe, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to go to Tulsa.
To Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It's so much fun. Tulsa is just the city to go to if you want to have fun. What's in Tulsa?
There's an aquarium.
That's fair. We don't got anything here.
We don't have a Wichita aquarium.
We have 2 zoos, but we don't got an aquarium.
We do have 2. I forgot about Tolken.
Yeah, I know.
It's so far north.
Yeah. It's a family-owned zoo.
Is it?
Yeah, it's family-owned. They live on that property. The company that I work for actually had like a. We met there. I think I told you about this. We met there, had like a meeting day, field day there. The cheetah cage was right by the house. We could just walk out and look at the cheetahs. They have giraffes walking around the front yards. It's sick. It's lit.
That is sick.
Yeah.
We went there for my dad's birthday one time because he loves lemurs.
Yeah.
And he wanted to feed the lemurs. They gave him like a single craisin, and we're like, if they come up and get on you, that's fine, but you're not allowed to hold them. And he was really sad.
Yeah.
His favorite, I don't know if it's his favorite, but one of his favorite characters from any movie is King Julian.
Yeah, it makes sense.
His name's Julian, so it also, but...
Julian!
Oh, King Julian!
Mort! Get the fuck out of my house, Mort!
What?
I can't do a good Julian impersonation.
Yeah.
Give me your best Julian impersonation.
King Julian or...
King Julian.
Oh, dude, I can't. It's like... Oh, Mort, shut up, you're so annoying!
He doesn't have an Indian accent.
He kind of does, though.
Maybe a little bit.
Like, he sounds like he might try to steal your social security number.
That's fair.
Which leads us to our next topic. Bestiality.
Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
No, that leads us to our next topic. Overrated or underrated? We're simply given a topic. Star Wars, Taylor Swift, whatever. And we say overrated or underrated. And we both at the same time give our opinion, overrated or underrated. And then we debate on why we have that opinion. This week's topic is Diet Dr. Pepper. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Underrated.
I forgot to say my opinion.
What were you going to say?
Overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah.
I feel like Diet gets a lot of hate just because I would say the majority of Diet sodas are bad. Purely because of the aspartame.
The ass what now?
The aspartame. It's the artificial sweetener that they use.
Yeah.
For some reason, it works with like Diet Dr. Pepper, and that's the only one that I'm like, this is actually better than the original.
Fun. Yeah, I just think it's not that good. So that's why I said overrated.
Yeah, I also just don't want to die.
I just don't drink soda. Well, I drink Sprite, but
I don't.
I drink Sprite, but that's about it. And apparently, Dr. Pepper and cream soda is zero sugar. Zero sugar.
Yeah, I would say grossly underrated. Some
Your
people
mom's grossly
I've heard
underrated.
She is grossly
Underground.
underground.
Oh yeah, his mom's dead, by the way.
Yeah, I'd say the majority of the people viewing the first episode we're ever going to release, if any of the people view this, are going to know that my mom's dead. But
that's fair.
If not,
his mom's dead.
My mom is dead.
Mm-hmm. You want to tell us how she died?
Yeah.
Or is that even something we want to touch?
So early. We'll get it out of the way. She died when Child Protective Services came after my siblings and I. She actually fought them off with a hammer and a sickle. She wasn't Russian, but she did like the idea of communism, specifically the your meth is my meth. and stabbed 2 separate police officers with a used heroin needle. Both contracted so many different diseases that I believe they're hospitalized to this day, and my dad has still paid money to their families.
It's a true story, bro.
No, she had 3 blood clots in her lungs and suffocated.
I like the first.
The first one's crazy. I wish.
You still didn't say how she died from doing all that. You just said this is what she did.
Oh yeah.
Finish the story.
And she got 3 blood clots in her lungs.
All right. Oh, okay. On to our next segment. I'll let you do this one since you wanted to do this one more specifically. Video ideas.
Okay. So if you don't know already, we have a YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel. I mooch off of some of the credit.
It's a joint thing.
We're on this. Anyway. So, a lot of what our YouTube channel is just obviously concepts that we throw out in random conversation. So it'd be like we're literally just sitting on the couch having a conversation like this, and it's
an idea is born.
Yeah, just something happens. You'd be like, "Yo, that would make a great video."
It's usually a lot of things are based off of like a lot of ideas are based off of true events that happened to us. Right. Whether or not they were slightly over exaggerated or not is debatable.
Part of our goal with growing our media and kind of like our presence is to create short films that we can put into like film festivals and stuff like that, just like showing our passion for the creative side of cinema and also just entertainment. But I would say that's what this next segment is either a video idea for the channel or something that would be more of a bigger project that would...
Like a movie scene.
Like, well, maybe. I'd say we could get into... like a lot of the video ideas I have are spiked off of a very specific scene. And it's like, holy cow, that's a cool idea, and then kind of like the story is built around that one scene.
Like Twisted.
Like Twisted.
That was a very good example of like you had one idea for a scene, and then we came up with a whole premise around it.
Right. Right. Great video, by the way.
Go check it out.
Media Men 22. Twisted is what it's called. Mm-hmm. I can't say it's a great video because we made it. I think it's one of the videos I'm most proud of.
I mean, artistically, it's one of our best cinematically shot videos, which isn't saying much because the bar's pretty low for our videos, but we're getting better.
We are getting better.
Yeah. Anyways, video ideas. What's a video idea you've come up with?
So, let's see. Let me pull up my notes here. I have both short horror video ideas and I have just video ideas. What do we think?
Do you have any funny ones?
I have a funny one.
All right. Or what's the one you were coming up with earlier? That was
a short horror.
I go with that because I had one earlier too.
So, I thought of this late at night. Last night, I was lying in bed staring at the ceiling. It's a basically evening occurrence. Every single evening it happens. And the original concept for it was, what if someone was put into induced comas and they were paid a certain amount to do research on what it's like being in a coma.
Yeah.
Say they're put in a coma for a year and then they have a year off.
Right.
Like that type of basis.
Okay.
But each time they come out of it, like, they're less and less human.
Okay.
Like, it's a research facility. That was the basis for the idea. What I ended up coming up with is a struggling family. I just have it as a dad, a mother, and a young daughter, or a child. It could be a daughter or a son, depending on what type of actor we can afford. We can't afford any.
Yeah, we can. Probably.
They get an offer that seems too good to be true. The mother has been struggling with health issues for a while. That came out of my own childhood. Inspired. No. Issues for a while, and the family hasn't been able to afford treatment. A research facility offers to have treatment done in their facility, and they will pay the family as well, since this lady's essentially going to be a test subject for their product to help with whatever health issue is. Upon arrival back home, the father and child find out that the treatment has turned the mother into a humanoid creature thirsty for blood. And the idea is kind of like the Amazing Spider-Man, where the doctor's cure or whatever is to turn people into reptiles. I just thought of that as a similarity later on.
Right.
But the shot that really made me like think of that idea, I was like, oh, that'd be creepy, was I think like I see her with like longer than natural arms.
Okay.
Like it's actually changed her physique a little bit too.
Yeah.
Maybe like hairless, the classic slimy hairless creature. Still humanoid. Not quite like the Angels of Death from Quiet Place. Probably smaller than that. Still like, just like the arms are really the main thing. And I just have this one shot in my mind where the dad's like holding the child, and it's like a dark room, and they're standing in the doorway, and there's some moonlight coming in from the window, and on the ground you just like see the figure of the mother creature get on like all fours and then just start like crawling towards them. I don't know why. It's probably been done before. I've probably seen it in another movie, but that shot was like, how could we get it to this point?
Yeah,
that's my idea.
Yeah.
The original title was Comatose. I don't know why.
Come on, what?
Comatose, like in a comatose.
I know. Okay. I mean, if you want real feedback, like it sounds like something I've seen before.
It sounds very basic.
Yeah.
Because it is.
But, it sounds not too hard either. Okay.
These are the things that keep me up at night. Not because I'm scared.
Yeah.
But because my mind is just like.
Yeah, that's fair. So my idea that I came up with today is completely different. The most opposite type of thing you could imagine whenever it comes to that. So I thought, and this is something I think would be very easy to do, and I'd love to do this. It's actually one of my favorite ideas I came up with recently. Imagine, a nature documentary, like National Geographic style video with David Attenborough narrating, but it's a predator at a kids party. The predator watches his prey. It's just this guy in like a trench coat just sitting there watching these kids run around
with a mustache, like
and then like
pencil stash.
He tries grabbing a kid, and then like a mom beats him with a purse or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the predator is natural habitat. What
are the most dangerous animals known to mankind?
Exactly.
Or their children.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be such a fun premise, and very simple and easy to do, and very and pretty edgy.
We would need a lot of kids and a lot of parental consent.
I got a lot of family members, so we got a bunch of kids popping out. So, anyways, that was my idea, and I thought it was one of my favorite ideas I've came up with recently. So,
it's pretty funny.
I think so too.
It's pretty funny. It kind of like reminds me of like Brandon Rogers sketch type thing.
Well, anyways,
I like it.
taking a quick break to tell you guys the sponsor of this podcast episode, Daniel.
Yeah, so today's sponsor is Thorn Bottle. It's a water bottle that actually pricks your mouth when it senses anything in the cup other than straight liquor. It is not made to keep you hydrated in the traditional sense, but made to keep the party going. Thorn Bottle uses real thorns from rose bushes that are sharpened to have more of effect, and then actually bronzed to prevent from breaking and stuff like that. Thorn Bottle. If you want to be the life of the party, put water in the bottle and make someone drink it.
Make sure to use code HornyThorny to get 2 bottles free, and let them know you were sent by us. All right, back to the episode.
Back to the episode.
What's an unpopular hot take that you have?
An unpopular hot take.
Yeah, that's what it just said.
I don't think The Shining is a good movie.
Mm.
Have you seen it?
I've seen part of it, but I haven't seen all of it. I've seen the Here's Johnny scene. That's me.
Here's Johnny. The only action scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad movie. And the reality is I'm probably very uneducated on a lot of the lore and what's happening within the film itself. But when I watched it, I just remember being very unentertained. I didn't feel like I was very interested in what was happening. And again, could have been purely based off of my misunderstanding or my lack of understanding on what was happening. Because I've talked with a couple people who were like, okay, but if you actually do the research and look into the lore, then you'll find that it's a fantastic and the best horror movie ever made.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. I want there to be more explanation as to what's going on when I'm watching it the first time, and have more subtle things that maybe definitely affect the story but aren't quite as pertinent be the ones that like you have to do the research on.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that it's outdated? Like, did you get that vibe when you were watching it? Because it is considered one of the best movies ever made. I can't attest to that because I haven't seen it.
It is, yeah, considered one of those best movies ever.
So why do you think it's considered that then?
I mean,
cinematography,
probably
music,
the same way,
acting.
the same reason Jaws is considered one of the best movies ever made, because for the time,
it's a classic.
It's a classic, maybe not considered one of the best movies ever made,
I was gonna
but
say,
it's a classic. It's considered a classic, and at the time, people are like, "This is one of the scariest things I've ever seen."
That's fair, yeah, but
so it could very well be like, I wouldn't even consider The Shining a horror movie, like a thriller,
a psychological thriller,
maybe.
Yeah,
but and that could just be our definition of horror has changed so much since that movie's been made.
Yeah,
like we didn't really have a lot of jump scare type. It's all yours. Jump scare type horror around that time. Because when did it come out? Was it 80s?
I think so.
So I think like the closest thing we had to like real suspenseful horror around that time was like Alien.
That's fair. And Alien's alright.
I would consider Alien a better movie than The Shining.
I would, based off of what I know of The Shining, agree, but I can't make that exact opinion without seeing The Shining. But
that's fair.
Stephen King, I could be completely wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure he famously hated The Shining.
I remember that being a big part of like Ready Player One. I don't know if it was factual. I would assume it was factual.
It was in Ready Player One. Yeah, great movie by the way.
Fantastic.
No.
I would assume it was like factual because they used it as one of the primary parts of the movie.
Yeah. That's fair. Because, yeah, he hated his own creation when it was part of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyways. Okay. Yeah.
And for all I know, which it would make sense because, I mean, the book would obviously be able to dive more into the inner thoughts of the characters, and I'm sure you get more in depth as to why he's slowly going insane at this hotel. And originally going into it, I thought that's what The Shining was I thought it was basically The Shining was the effect on his character that slowly drove him into insanity, and it's not that.
Yeah.
It's basically the fact that the little kid is telepathic.
I don't know anything about the movie, so.
Yeah. That's my hot take. Shining is not that great of a movie. What's yours?
Oh, my hot take. Alright, I'm being lazy. This is one that I saw in a comment today on a YouTube video, and I agreed with it.
Okay.
Sleep Token fans are the T-Swift fans of metal. Especially with his new album that just came out. I love Sleep Token. He's my number one favorite artist right now, other than John Bellion. And I listen to him all the time. But the fan base that he's been attracting, the type of people in that fan base, they're not the type of people that I would want from my fan base if I had a fan base. Yeah, like
I would hate to have me as a fan.
I would hate. Yeah. No, like they're all just these like weird emo people, and I'm not that. I swear, I'm not that. But I don't know. I love his music. He's a great artist, very talented. It's just the people that they're all like, oh my gosh, Sleep Token changed my life. I cry every time I listen to this song.
Yeah.
It's like the tweet Taylor Swift people.
It's the people who like stopped trying to cut their wrists when they heard Blurry Face by 21 Pilots.
Yeah. Yeah, they moved from 21 Pilots. Now they're on Sleep Token for some reason.
I feel like that's actually pretty reasonable.
That's actually, I can see where because I grew up with 21
I know,
Pilots.
that's actually why. That's why I said that.
Yeah, that's fair. I never cut my wrists. Hot take.
Me neither.
Hot take. Cutting wrists is actually kind of cool. Actually, it's kind of in right now.
It is kind of in. I think everybody should
cut the wrists.
Cut their wrist into a barcode of their favorite song, so when people scan it, they can know actually how depressed they are. Like,
yeah,
you get
why tattoo whenever you can just
do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yep.
All you need is a knife.
Yep.
And an open flame. Make sure that thing's sterile.
Yeah.
Or vinegar. I don't know.
Then what now?
And it's like if you get a My Chemical Romance song. Welcome to the Black Parade is like
Black.
Black had to emphasize it.
Black
Parade.
When I was a young boy,
Essentially.
my father.
What's a song that you've had on repeat recently?
Good question. I always have Euclid by Sleep Token on repeat. As of lately, with Sleep Token's new album,
I don't know.
Gethsemane. Been listening to that, and Damocles. Gethsemane. Damocles.
Hercules?
No, Damocles and Gethsemane. I'm actually learning Damocles on the piano. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong, but Damocles. Yeah, those
I don't know.
Great songs.
I've
phenomenal songs.
Never listened to Emo Bo Burnham, so.
Yeah. What about you?
Recently, Sweet Cherries by Phineas.
Oh, yeah, you showed me that one.
I know I showed you that a couple weeks ago. It's still on repeat.
Yeah.
Love it. Two completely different vibes within one song. It might just be, I'm kind of curious to know if it actually is just two separate songs and they were too short. And he was just like, you know what? They're one now.
Yeah.
Like a reverse Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Cinema people. You know where I'm at. Anyway, follow-up question. What is one song that you've been listening to for quite a while, but no matter when it comes on, you know you will never skip that song? And it cannot be a Sleep Token song.
Back in the day, it used to be Demons
I knew
by
you were
Imagine
gonna say it.
Dragons.
Imagine Dragon these.
Yeah. No, it's not like that anymore. I'll skip that one now. But that was before I had taste. I like a lot of John Bellion songs. So
Yeah.
I mean, Old Time Low, maybe, or his newer one, Wash.
Wash
really
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Not Sweet Cherries.
Not Sweet Cherries, not Phineas. I do love Phineas.
Yeah.
I'd say the majority of Phineas songs, if
I think
they come
Ferg's
on,
better, but
yeah.
and Perry the Platypus.
New season.
I know, yeah.
dropped. We just watched it Sunday.
Oh, it dropped?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's on Disney Plus.
Sick.
It was pretty good. You could tell it's like a little different vibe.
Yeah.
And it might just be because we're not experiencing it as children.
As kids, yeah. Amazing World of Gumball is also dropping a new one.
That's true.
Can't
That
remember
is true. But no, my song of choice would be probably The Adults Are Talking by The Strokes.
Okay. That one's alright.
It's
I feel like
one...
that's a stoner song.
No, it's just a vibe, which
Yeah.
I mean could go hand in
Stoner
hand with a
song.
stoner song.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that's a stoner. I would say like Redbone by Childish Gambino is a stoner song.
I feel like that's almost more of a lovemaking song than a stoner song.
Two things you have zero. One thing you have zero experience in. Anyway, okay. The other option would be Mr. Brightside by the Killers. It's one.
Oh, yeah.
It's one where no matter where you're at, you could be at my mom's funeral and that song comes on and you just can't skip it.
Jealousy! Sorry.
Yeah.
Just do the open casket, Mrs. Brightside turns on, you're just like...
She pops out of the coffin.
Yeah, she's like...
busts a move and then re-dies.
Yeah. She's like, I can breathe again.
I can breathe again. Derek Chauvin
But
pops
we-
out of
yeah,
the
I was gonna
sky.
How should we end this? Should we do an improv?
On.
I'll be I just came up with this on the spot.
Okay.
Thinking therapy segment.
I was
Okay.
thinking the therapy one too, actually.
All right. You're the therapist
Okay.
and I'm Mickey Mouse.
So,
And you're therapizing me. All right. I'm coming into your office right now, okay?
okay. Yeah, come in.
Oh, hi, doctor.
Hey, Mickey, how's it going?
Let me sit down.
Yeah, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. You need a Diet Dr. Pepper or anything?
Oh, yeah. I love a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay, yeah.
Got anything else? Got anything stronger than this?
Not on me at the moment, but you know what happens when you come over at night.
No, I don't.
That's because
Why would you tell me?
that's how strong those drinks are.
Ooh. Anyway, doctor.
Yeah, what's on your mind, Mickey?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Old Mickey, old pal.
A lot, actually.
Okay.
Oh. Well, the company that I work for
Won't be named.
won't be named.
Okay. Confidentiality reasons.
They're screwing everything up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, Star Wars is, well, like, it's gay now.
Always has been, if you really think.
Everything's gay now.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is even Disney.
Yeah, it is. It's Lucasfilm. We bought Lucasfilm. I know what we own.
You're right. I'm here to listen.
Anyway.
I'm here to listen. Also, but real quick, Star Wars, always gay. Expanding lightsabers every time they say dudes.
That's blasphemous.
Okay.
Anyway,
My bad. Sorry. Keep going.
I'm tired of everything being so gay.
It's a little insensitive of you, Mickey.
Your mom's insensitive.
Well,
Anyway, I need some help.
don't you guys have all-inclusive resorts? How are you going to be all-inclusive if you're not going to include...
I don't mean gay in the sexual way. I mean gay in the
adjective way of just, it's gay.
Disney's too happy?
No, it's gay. Not in the offensive gay term, but it's just like gay, like lame.
Okay.
It's bad.
So what
And they won't let me change it.
what is gay about it these days?
Well, frick. I just don't like it. I like the originals, and I don't like it how they ruined everything. All the higher-ups in Kathleen Kennedy makes me sad. I wanted to
Which
go
Kennedy?
back. Kathleen Kennedy. That woman, I can't say the B word because I'm a kid's company, but that woman that ruined Star Wars.
Well, yeah, you never put a woman on board with men's hobbies.
Yeah, well, they did.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm feeling down and I would like some help on what I should do.
So we've been over... we've been...
Sorry, that's kind of Goofy's thing, but...
We've been over how it makes you feel. So what steps are you going to take to not let it bother you as much? Because you can't change what other people do.
I don't know, that's why I'm coming to you!
Okay, so let's take a
I'm
step
not
back.
the therapist here!
What do you see in the mirror every day, Mickey? You wake up in the morning, what do you see in the mirror?
A mouse!
Okay, what type of
With
mouse?
big ears!
Okay.
I don't know what kind of mouse I am, a black mouse?
Okay.
I know I don't sound black, but I am black!
How's your relationship with Minnie doing?
I can't say that.
It's a safe space. You can tell me. No one is going to hear about this. Nothing you say here is going to leave this office.
She's getting goofy with Goofy!
Okay. Do you think it's just because he's taller?
Maybe. Might be because she's
voice is a little deeper.
crazy!
I mean, how so? How is she crazy?
She wears pink all the time!
Okay.
And only insane women do that!
You know, Mickey, I think what would be good is if maybe you seem overworked. You seem like...
Oh, yeah, I am! Yeah! You think?
From, I mean...
Yeah!
For me,
I'm really overworked, doctor!
From...
Anyway, I'm only here because I actually just want drugs.
All right.
Do you have any drugs for me?
Yeah, I do. Like, all right. You want... you want penicillin, ketamine, or codeine?
I'll take them all. I got a lot of money.
You sure do. All right, Mickey. All right.
Thanks for the drugs.
Yeah, I got you.
Kinda suck as a therapist, but as a plug, kinda sick.
Well, they don't pay me enough as a therapist, so that's why I have the side business.
I can see why.
That's it.
That's all we got.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either.
No, I'd say for a first improv sequence.
Yeah.
I was like checking the bag to make sure we didn't have anything
Make sure there's no
really
tampons in
weird
there.
in here. Or like, yeah,
Just Magnum condoms.
yeah. I wish. Anyway, no, I feel like for a first time ever
Doing any improv.
doing improv like that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe went on a little longer
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
and kind of drew out itself a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, I have one. I need to set up for it just slightly for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a guy.
Mm.
Also kind of like a therapy-esque session.
Okay.
But it's for a specific fear I have. And when I bring that fear, when you, I'm bringing this fear to you. I'm trying to confide in my therapist.
Am I a therapist or am I a friend?
I'd say you're a therapist because I actually don't know what this fear is called.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out, we're trying to like diagnose it and figure it out at the same time. Like what it's called, which fear it is really, so we can pin it down and then how to cure it.
All right. Give me your glasses.
So.
Did it have the bad hair slicked back a little bit?
I confide in you as a person.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was looking for my journal. Just 1 second. What was your name again?
Daniel.
Spell that for me.
Daniel.
Okay. You were saying you can find
before we begin fully.
Oh.
This is actually what the fear is called.
Oh, I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to spitball my own name.
No, yeah, this is kind of the bit I had planned.
Okay.
Okay. Here, you can hold the phone. Okay, so I come in.
Pip.
Let's try your best. Okay.
So you're saying you confide in me?
Yeah, I confide in you. There's just something. It's on a daily basis.
Right.
That really just gets under my skin. And I don't know what it is. I've always been uncomfortable with like big words. Not from a perspective of being ignorant, but
how big of a word does it need to be scared of you?
I don't know. I don't even know what that would be called.
So, is that too scary for you?
That's
3
fine.
letters.
That's fine.
All right. How about spider? That's 5 letters.
Spider at the length of the word doesn't scare me.
But spiders do.
Spiders, that's a different story. Yeah.
Okay. How about Dracula? It's a bit longer of a word. Couple letters.
If I can, it's easier. I can kind of spell it out in my mind when you say it. So I mean, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not like panic.
Okay. So it gives you like a anxiety, just a tad.
Just a tad.
Rate scale of 1 to 10. If I say Dracula, what?
It's like a 4. It's like a 4.
Okay.
But then again, there's also, I mean, there's things that are associated with that word. I mean, there's the dark.
The word dark scares you?
No, just the dark.
Oh, yeah.
And it's associated with that word.
That was a really weird tweak you just had there.
I see. That's what I'm saying. Is like that'll just randomly happen.
Oh, sorry. I get distracted very easily. Distracted.
Again, I've heard it before. I'm familiar with it. I can see it in my mind. So it's probably like it's longer than Dracula. So it's pushing like 5, 6 there.
It reminds me of this thing I once heard. It's a fear of long words. Exactly what you're describing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like hippo something.
Hippo. See, hippo's not bad. Like I don't feel like hippo itself.
Let me ask ChatGPT real quick.
Could
you please put in password for my phone?
Oh yeah, I forgot you had the parental lock on when we're in session. Because of the distractions. But yeah, I don't think hippo.
Chat. chat. What is the fear of long words?
Again, I don't feel like hippo is really that bad of a word. Like it's only
Hippopotamonstrositis soquidophilia.
That was the whole bit. Oh my gosh.
Your glasses, man.
Thanks.
That was really good.
It's so stupid. But that was the whole bit.
Oh, that's so much better than mine.
No, it wasn't. But also nice.
69.
69 messages.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, what a perfect way to end the episode, bro.
It was. Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been sick.
Good
So-
length. I feel like there was some good flow, but
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in.
No.
I did the intro. You want to do the outro? I
Yeah.
don't have an outro plan, but
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to our first episode of that podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed.
yeah.
We'll catch you in the next one. I forgot your glasses on. Sorry.
You're fine.